Sketch Studio Online. My name is Sid. I'm going to be your lead artist today for our at-home painting sessions. I'm going to be taking you guys step by step through this awesome painting, The Great White. If you're looking at this at all though and you're thinking, man, I kind of want to change the colors up, maybe I want to make it be a different kind of shark, do feel free to change this. This is your painting. I'm just going to be here as a guide if you would like to follow along. So, before we get started, you guys, we are going to go through some of the materials you do have today. So, we do have a roll of brushes. You can grab those, as well as these black cups here. Now, these you're going to want to fill up with water, and we're going to use those to keep our brushes when we're not using them. So, you can unroll those brushes from those gorgeous rags that they were wrapped in. And you should have a set of 4. You should have 2 flat and 2 round. So, look just like these. Basically what you can do to start is just take all of those and stick them just like that in your water cup. That way they can stay nice and fresh like I mentioned previously, and you can easily clean them off as we're using them. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to take that large flat brush, this biggest one we've got here. I like to kind of dab it on that rag that we got so that I don't have any water dripping down. And we're going to start with that orangey yellow background. So to do that, I'm going to start, let's mix half orange and half yellow together. I like to kind of do it this way so that way I have enough room on my canvas, or on my palette, so that way I can control how much of each color goes in. Just a little of each. And then I'm going to start taking this brush and making horizontal strokes going down my canvas. Now, if you want to add, some more yellow in there, feel free to just take some pure yellow. You don't need to rinse it off or anything. And just sort of start blending it in. It gives it kind of a really nice streaky look. Same with pure orange, feel free to do that. So I'm going to just go ahead and play around with the colors, adjust what I do. If you want to go in and add a tiny bit of white, maybe to brighten some things up, do feel free. But we're going to be doing this same technique across the entire canvas, all the way until you guys get about, let's stop at 3/4 of the way down. So wherever you want the water to start, so if you want to go a little bit farther than where you want the water to be, definitely just do that. But again, we're taking the largest flat brush, mixing different shades of yellow and orange as desired, and then just going in and blending them onto our canvases. Alright, and feel free to pause the video at any point, take your time on things, go back, fix things up, make it look the way you would like. After all, this is your piece, so you can do with it whatever you wish. And if you guys want to cover the edges, go for it. Some artists like to, some don't. Some people like to leave them completely blank. It's entirely up to you all. I like to just leave mine a little bit raw because I like to see the edges and see my brush strokes. But again, everyone has their preferences, so you do you. Alright, so once you are happy with your sky, we are going to take a little bit of a break just to let that dry a bit before we get started on the rest of the painting. So feel free to take a step back, go make some food, do whatever you gotta do, but we'll be back shortly to keep going. Thanks! Alright, so once your background is completely dry, we are going to move on to block in the general shape of the shark. So we're going to be starting with that lighter gray color, and I'm going to mix a little bit of black with a lot of white, and I'm using my larger round brush for this time. Do keep in mind though, a little bit of black goes a long way. You can always make it darker if it's too light. It's a lot harder to go lighter though, so just add a little bit of black at a time. And all I'm going to be starting with is I'm going to be making 3 dots, so one on this side, one on that side, and then one right in the middle to make a triangle. So I'm going to end mine right where I ended my color for the sky previously. Let's do about 1 inch in on either side, maybe 2 inches, we'll do 2. Why not? And they don't need to be perfect. Again, this is just to block in the shape for our shark. This as close as I can. You can make it be really high out of the water, really not just like slightly peeking out. Totally cool. Alright, so I've got my 3 dots there. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to start just sort of connecting them. So I'm just going to kind of start bringing it up. Now I'm going to make it a little bit curved like that, so it kind of comes up into a snout shape, muzzle shape. Alright. So once you've got all that, you're welcome to fill it in with whatever color you would like. I'm going to probably go back and actually just fix up a few things, but feel free to skip ahead to the next step or pause the video if you would like, but I'm just going to be filling in my light gray now after I get the shape that I want. Alright, so once you guys have that base gray color in and you feel pretty content with that, you can either let this dry, or if you want to move right on ahead to the next step, we're going to make a darker shade of gray. So you can take that same shade you had previously and just add a little bit more black to it. So a darker shade of gray. I'm using the same brush as before, so that larger round brush. And I'm just going to go in along the outside edge and start kind of filling in where I want this darker gray to be. So I'm just going to go around the same edge I just made. And sort of just bring this in. This is where if you guys want to kind of pause the video to let this dry so you get more of those nice clean edges, feel free to do so. But once you got the outside edge done, you can come with that. I'm going to go on the inside part and follow along my outside edge, bring it up. When it gets closer to the top, I'm going to actually just curve it. This will not meet it up at a point. It's just going to curve around and follow. So this is almost like a horseshoe with the pointed end. And then you're welcome to fill this whole part in between both of those darker lines in with that darker gray color. So filling in this whole thing. Again, feel free to adjust the shape if you don't like anything. Let it dry a little bit. You can always go back in and fix up your shapes as well later on. So feel free to do so. I'm going to just be doing this, but keep up the good work. Alright guys, so once you got that nice dark outside, we are going to go ahead once it's dry completely and we're ready to move on. We're going to start adding in the base color of blue for the background, or for the ocean. So you can make whatever shade you would like for this initial color. I'm going to use mostly just some pure blue paint, maybe a little bit of white. And I am taking my smaller flat brush this time. You can use whatever one you would like. And I'm going to paint this whole bottom part of this canvas going up right until it meets the horizon line right here. So if it covers up some of your short, totally fine, but we are going to just cover in the whole bottom quarter of our canvas. We'll be adding in waves shortly, so if you want to cover up more of your shark, if you don't want it quite as low, that's totally fine. Go a little bit higher. I might bring mine up a little bit more. So again, covering this whole bottom part with the blue base. So once you guys have in your base color for your water, we're going to switch to that larger round brush. And whatever color you use to create your water, we're going to just take that same color, same whatever tone of blue, and we're going to make the points for the waves. So this one has 4, so you can make them evenly spaced if you would like, totally up to you guys. Feel free to make them more organic, maybe they're not so evenly spaced, it looks a little bit more like waves, totally up to you guys. If you like the uniformity of this, then go for it. Alright, and so then using your large round or whatever brush you would like at this point, kind of highlight these with all of you, we're going to just make each of these dots are going to be the point of our wave. We'll be coming back with some more details shortly, but just filling in our water and getting the wave tips made up. Alright guys, so once your water is in, you're happy with that, we're going to move on to the placement of the eyes and the mouth. So I'm still using my small detail brush, and I'm just going to grab some pure black paint. And to start, we're going to start with the eyes first. So they're pretty close to the top, but not at the top of the nose. So what we're going to do is I place a couple of dots right roughly where I want mine to be. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bit of an oval to kind of follow the shape of the head. So instead of being completely straight up and down, it's going to go a little bit out. So once you got the eye placed, we're going to start with the mouth. The next thing I'm going to do is I make about right wherever you want the corners of the mouth to be. So one down there, one down there. Those are the lowest points in your mouth. So from those two dots on either side, I'm going to probably keep it happening. I'm going to start with this top and your that's going to be the smallest. Alright, so that's the top curve of the mouth. Now the bottom curve is going to be not quite as drastic. Something along those lines, something similar to that. Once you've got a shape you're pretty content with though, I'm going to take some pure black, just like the eyes, fill it in. Alright guys, so now we're going to focus on the highlights of the waves, so these lighter blue parts. First thing we're going to start with is I'm taking my larger round brush. You can use either this or the small one, but I'm mixing some blue and white together to create a light blue color. And I'm just going to go, as you can see I started over here already, I'm just going to go around the top of my waves wherever you want so that highlight to be. Once you're happy with that, I'm going to rinse off my brush, get as much of that white that's off as I can, and I'm switching to pure blue, and I'm just going to come in here and blend this line out a bit with that blue. So since the water and the paint is all still wet, I can very easily come in here and move it around until I feel free to play around with your brush strokes too, don't be afraid. Once you have that completed, you feel pretty content with it, you can always go back and add more highlights as needed. I'm going to leave mine like that for the time being. I'm going to take that same light blue, so that same color we were just using, and then right underneath where my other waves are, we're going to make another row of waves. So to do that, I'm going to space mine out. So instead of having them even with these cusps up there, I'm going to have it go in between. So I'm going to put one dot right there, one dot right there, and let's go off to the canvas. So I'm going to just see. So once you are content with that, do feel free to go back in between all these other colors, sort of blend out anything. If you need to make that dark blue in there, feel free to go back, add some shadows in. Really, we're just sort of coming in here and adding a bit more depth. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Feel free to play around with this, have fun with it, you guys. Alright guys, so once you got the waves finished, you feel pretty content with that. We're going to move on to the teeth and the little sparkles in the eyes. So it looks a little bit more alive. So I'm going to start with the eyes. So we're going to use my tiny detail brush right here and some pure white. And whenever you want a bit of a highlight to be a little black. We do the same thing on the same side of the right. Everybody looks good. Alright. So once you're done with that, we're going to start adding in the teeth. So same brush, same color. I'm just going to go in and start making some triangles. They're going to follow the shape of the mouth as well. So I'm going to start right up in the center, start from the top lip. Along those lines. Feel free to also go back now and go in, add in any details and highlights onto the waves. As you can see, I already did that to kind of emphasize the tips of mine just because I didn't have a lot of variation. So I just wanted to go in and kind of make it look like the water had some sunlight glinting off of it. Alright, and then the very last step I have for you guys, well, second to last, I suppose in this case, is to add the red around the mouth of the shark. So you feel free to just take your brush, clean it off, grab some pure red, and I'm just going to go and outline the entire mouth of my food. Alright. So once you have all of this done, you're pretty content with it, you're ready to just be completely finished. I have one last step, and that is to sign your painting. So if you would like to do this, I typically tend to just use my small detail brush and white, black, whatever color works for you. You can sign it anywhere that you would like. Typically what I like to do is sign it in one of these bottom corners. So I'm just going to go right down here and initial mine so that everyone knows that I made this incredible piece. Thank you guys for joining us today on this painting for the Great White for Splash Studio. I hope you guys are having a good day. Don't forget to tag us in your finished pieces on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. Any social media, just tag us. We'd love to see your finished pieces. And stay safe, everybody. I hope you're all doing well.